Welcome back to your hour. Joining us now is Holly Terrill, and she is a candidate for the Wichita USD 259 School Board. And now it's divided into districts, right?
Yes.
Which district are
I
you?
am running in District 6.
District 6.
So there's 6 districts and then an at-large position.
Mm-hmm.
Every district supports the entire school district of USD 259, but we all reside in the district in which we are running. And so
Okay.
I live in District 6, which is Riverside and then north and east.
Okay, so you're not very far from home.
Nope.
Now you've not run before
No.
for this. Oh, so
This is my very first time
what
campaigning.
prompted you to take the plunge?
So this last year was a real challenge for my child with the pandemic, schooling, mental health, and just watching him struggle with trying to stay engaged and learn on a computer,
Yeah.
watching him struggle with being isolated from other adults, people in the community that he's used to being around. It was just such a pain for me to see, and it drew at my heartstrings trying to help support him, and then realizing it wasn't just him, but it was all the children in the community and then adults as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to make sure that there was a person on the school board that was representing mental wellness for our students and also for our teachers. And I became interested in running for school board, and then I realized that I was even more passionate about making sure that our LGBTQIA community is supported, that we're supporting our minority populations, and then those individuals that are living with disabilities, either physical or learning.
Yeah. Well, and the remote learning was challenging for a lot of kids, and I think that a lot of them had problems staying engaged and lost interest basic school. And I think that they're seeing that in this year when they're having the in-person learning. I think they're seeing that there's been a real brain drain, and it's concerning.
Yes, I agree. I think that this last year, it was almost a wash with learning. You know, teachers were doing their best to try and keep the children engaged and to help them to continue to learn. But it's a lot to ask of teachers and of students. And so it's almost like you're having to go back and retrain your brain to be able to focus and to study and to be engaged in that learning environment.
Yeah. So what other kinds of issues do you see that need to be addressed?
I think it's really important that we work on retaining our talented staff in schools, both the educators and the administrators, and then also making sure that we are bringing in new educators and making sure that we are not allowing our educators to become drained and then leave when they have so much talent to give, and a lot of they educate. So making sure that we're providing them with opportunities to stay engaged as educators.
And how do we do that?
I think that it really is about not just looking at a benefits package from a monetary standpoint, but making sure that we're asking them what will help them to feel supported, feel engaged, empowered, and continuing to learn.
Okay. So you're married, have a family.
Yes, I am married to my spouse, Benjamin. We've been married for almost 20 years, and I have a 13-year-old son, Mason, and he is at Brooks Middle School.
Okay. So, you know, and I think that's significant because when someone's running for school board and their kids don't attend public school, to me that seems hypocritical. I want them to be, you know, to have some skin in the game, so to speak. You know, if their child is in the district or in the public school system, then they have a vested interest in seeing that and run efficiently.
That was one of the things that I actually looked into before I filed to run on the school board, was what kind of representation did children have, what kind of representation did parents of children have, and I realized that we don't have any parents on the school board right now with children in our USD 259 schools, and so that doesn't mean they didn't previously have them.
Yeah.
But as we know, the learning, the need for learning and education has changed, and we have to evolve with it, and having representation from the teachers from outside of school district and parents is important.
Yeah, I think so too. So do you have some ideas on what you would like to accomplish?
Yes, I'd really like to make sure that we are expanding our support of the LGBTQIA community, making sure that we're a safe and inclusive environment for students, also for educators, and I want to make sure that we are focusing on providing mental wellness resources to students and to educators. I think that not just having a counselor or having a person in the facility, but also and educators where they're at. Maybe that means they need to be able to have somebody to a resource through text or video. Maybe they need to have somebody come in and visit with them in person, but maybe they prefer talking to somebody on the phone. They're not quite comfortable. And so finding ways that we can offer those tools and resources that's going to meet that student's needs.
Well, I think you have some really good ideas, and I'd like to wish you some good luck on the campaign.
Well, thank you so
And
much.
we'll know on Tuesday.
Yes, yes we will. I appreciate this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for joining us, Holly. And we'll be back in just a couple minutes with Eric Litweiler from MHA, so stay with us.